once students have had a chance to answer the question about predicting in the Canvas discussion, we need to get the investigation set up for them. So in order to do that, we need to ask students to think about what data would we collect to study air close to the ground. And to do that, I have set up this page here where they are going to write in there the investigation question for the unit, or rather for the lesson, and then fill out information about temperature data and sunlight data, because these are the two types of data we will be studying. So here are some notes that students are expected to complete as you progress. This is a really great place for an instructional video, and I will be making one that I can share with you. You are also, of course, free to make your own. Here is information about sunlight data. The key ideas, though, that you really need to emphasize is that when we think about temperature and we think about sunlight, what we are really looking at is energy. So this all comes down to energy. During the independent work time, this is a Wednesday, they will be completing page 32, where they make some predictions about how 3 different areas would compare. And then on page 33, students are collecting the actual data. So to see the data, I've created this document, and we have our question for this particular lesson, which is, why is the air near the ground warmer than the air higher up? What data could we collect? And how would that data help us support our question? So students are able to go through and for each different location, each different surface area, they have different collected data. They need to view the pictures of the light meter and thermometer and then record the findings on the data table on page, this should say 33 of their digital notebook, so that needs to be updated. So we have our incoming light and then reflected light. So students are writing these values in their notebook on that page 33, and then the temperature. There is a slide for every surface. So we have the car, grass, cement, and then dirt. And I didn't really do a closure for this day, just that would be something I would encourage you to customize for your own student population. Thursday, they're going to then be making sense of that. So they need to look back at page 33 to look at the data that they collected in that table, and then complete the post-data collection questions on 34. So that looks like this. Students are just thinking about, what did all of those numbers mean? Going forward, you can lead through a class discussion summarizing what were the key findings from that investigation. This will be done on page 35 of the digital notebook. So making sense of the sunlight data and making sense of the temperature data, asking students to think through these questions. So you can decide how you want to do that. Do you want students working in small groups to support each other? Do you want to have a class discussion? Do you want to give students time individually first? This will be an opportunity for you to look at what your students are needing in the moment and meet their needs. Then we will be asking students to make a model. So I'll be making a model and showing you how to do that, but how is it exactly that the air is getting heated? How does this energy transfer between the air molecules? And then finally on Friday, we will summarize our learning